الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Thank Allah Azza wa Jalla again. Stay on the side of the head. Pray Allah Azza wa Jalla continue to strengthen us. In continuation of our talk or our lecture on my mental health, we are looking at a model that's related with mental health that will help one to understand the concept of mental health issue. Help us in the assessment of our level of mental health issue. That will assist us to or even also provide proper solution therapy for our mental health condition. And that's the model suggested by scholars. It's called Biopsychosocial-spiritual model of mental health. We have looked at this in our previous discussion. We have looked at the biological factors of mental health. We have looked at the psychological factors of the mental health. We have looked at the social factors of our mental health. We have looked at the spiritual factor. The combination of all this affect our mental health and causing humanity. And in provision of therapy, so it must also be considered. Now I want to look at it, Islam now. Under that spiritual model. Islam, our beliefs, our doctrines help us in managing our mental health. Our beliefs, the level of our iman help us. We have components of spiritual model. Talk about our belief. In Islam, in the hadith of An-Nawawi, that Angel Jibril came to the Prophet to teach him what is religion, our religion, Islam. Mentioned that religion is three categories. Number one is Islam. You have Iman, faith, you are observing Salah, you give Zakah, you fast in the month of Ramadan, you go for Hajj, pilgrimage. Two is Iman, first one in the pillars. Iman has 6 articles of faith. Iman, believe in Allah, believe in the Prophet, believe in the angel, believe in the last day, believe in the destiny, believe in the Holy Book. Then we have Ihsan. Ihsan is perfection, excellence in our art of doing things, and that is to worship Allah as if you see Him. Even if we cannot see Him, He sees you. So this, I believe, system help us in managing our mental health issue. And if a Muslim is lacking in his or her understanding and belief in this basic thing, they have challenges. So many people that lay claims to Islam, they say they are Muslim, they have a lot of challenges. Mental health problem, mental health illness, depression, anxiety has to do with the level of their iman, their faith in Allah, their faith in the prophets, their faith in the Holy Books, their faith in angels, their faith in the last day, their faith in destiny and predestination. When you understand this basic concept of faith, Muslim will be elevated beyond mental health, and they will have balanced life. And that is why scholars of Islam, when someone is having mental health, when we're looking at the spiritual aspect, we look at this articles of faith. We look at these pillars of Islam. We look at this ihsan, strengthening it, enhancing them, fostering them, to bring the person back to normal. When you look at what scholars of Islam are saying about it, you get to understand better. We are talking about issue of mental health issue and basic spiritual. Also, we talk about the meaning of life. Islam is the one that made us to understand the meaning of life. A lot of verses of the Quran. Verses of God. When you read Surah Al-Dukhul, basically, Surah Al-Hadith is telling us, when you look at the last, towards the last verses of the Surah Al-Hadith, let us understand. And many verses of the Quran. That this word is la'ibun wala, is just play and game, entertainment. And that tells us in a lot of places in the Quran. The enjoyment of this life is just what? Deceitful enjoyment. So when you want to understand the purpose of life, one has lesser mental illness. Because you don't put that love of this world and the love of everything that it encompasses in your heart. It is when one puts it in his or her heart that start having a lot of mental health problem issues. Understand, Islam made us understand the meaning of life. That what matters a lot is the hereafter, the last day. It's part of our iman billah. And in this world, you work is the word of work, word of engagement, word of effort towards attaining the everlasting, the eternal joy and happiness, sa'ada al-abadiyah, the year after. That is Jannah, paradise. Also, Islam made us to understand what I'm talking about, the issue of connection to the one that is greater than us. And that is a connection to Allah. And that is where we are talking about the issue of qalbu connectedness. Work on our soul and nafs, that we elevate it from the part of nafs amara, nafs that is commanding us to do evil, to nafs lawama, self-reproaching nafs, soul, to nafs mutmainna, love, tranquil soul. And that will make our soul to be connected to Allah. We don't rely on the body that is connected to the health, but to the spirit that is want to link us, that will link us to Allah. And when we are linked to Allah, our call will be connected to Allah. We do what Allah wants. We abstain from what Allah does not want, and we have peace of mind. We have sound, balanced mental health. But if one is having challenge, then one is vulnerable to having different kind of mental health issue, mental health problem, mental illnesses. Also, we are talking about the issue of our spiritual struggle, our spiritual practices. And that's when we engage in this act of worship, salah, zakat, fasting, tilawatul Quran, reading the Quran, dhikr, remember Allah, Allah dhikr la tatma'in al-qulub. Remember Allah, the heart find peace. We want engaging in it sincerely, understanding its meaning. Go tell Bilal, let us observe Salah to give us peace of mind. One will be elevated above any mental health problem, and you have balanced mental health conditions. So, not just mechanical act of worship. Because I want to pray, just pray. Because I'm just want to fire. You have the purpose of fasting. And the purpose of fasting, the purpose of observing Salah, the purpose of reading the Quran is the fear of Allah. Allah says, I have created man, Surah Al-Baqarah, worship your Lord, I have created you, and those before you, for you to gain God consciousness. Out of worship, our victory, our salah, our psalm, our hajj bring us closer to Allah, and it elevates us above any mental health problem, because our soul will be connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also lastly is on the concept of spiritual model in biopsychosocial-spiritual model of mental health is social support. When one, that's why Islam is a Jama, congregation, group. It's not an individual. You cannot practice Islam individually and you'll be successful. And that is one of what Almighty Allah has put in place for us. You must be among the Jama. That is why you observe As-Salah in Jama. It's better than observing it alone 27 times. Our fasting, we fast generally, collectively. The month of Ramadan, every one of us will fast. Break our fast at the same time. So the extent that Islam says it is when we have seen moon, we have sighted moon, we fast. Even if only you sight the moon and the leadership have not accepted from you, you cannot start announcing it. It's the leadership, because it's a collective thing. Zakat is collective. It's a system that we bring out, we collect zakat from you and we distribute it to the people. Hajj is collective. Every one of us, we have the time we go for Hajj, Shawwal, Zulqa'dah, Dhul-Hijjah. We perform the Hajj right together. So the collectivity, we always meet in the mosque every day, 5 times daily, every Friday, once in a week. All of us, we leave the local mosque, we join, we go to the central mosque once, twice in a year, we go to the major one, and that is Eid, Fitr, Eid al-Adha. It's collective. So when we are very close, we strengthen our brotherhood, and that is what the person has done. When we strengthen our brotherhood among the Muhajirun and Ansar, we are going to have any lot of social support. In the Islamic community, Muslim community, a challenge, God tells us in that hadith that the example, the spirit of a Muslim to another his brother is like the body. When a part of the body is shouting, crying for pains, the whole of the body is also crying for pains. And that is why anywhere in the world, brothers in Palestine are being tortured. It's part of us, our life. Our brothers in Nigeria are being tortured. You should see it. A Muslim has your problem. I must work together to solve the problem. And that is social support. We have what we call a takaful, mutual help, mutual assistance. And that is social support. It assists one to alleviate any mental illnesses. And if someone is practicing Islam and is not getting that social support, it can affect him. It can affect her. His mental health problem. Here we stop here. We continue as regards going in our next talk on what are some of the things that our scholars, early Muslim scholars, said about mental health issues to corroborate this key component of mental health issue in Islam. أقول لكم هذا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.